Who or what is the Eraser?
Who or what? Oh God, I don't know. I mean, to be honest, that I ended up choosing that name because of what Stanley was doing with the artwork. We were looking at all the old German expressionist stuff, as you do, and he just started doing all this wave malarkey. To me, there's a certain element that runs through the record of a lot of trying to forget about things, trying to put it out of your mind and not being able to. So that was the extent of it, really.
Mm-hmm. Is there an environmental theme to the record?
Yeah, I couldn't help that. I mean, I didn't want to like hammer it over the head, but you know, one of the other formative things that was happening at the time was I was getting more heavily involved with Friends of the Earth, and the initial IPCC report came out, which is International Panel on Climate Change, and it had all these graphs that all just go like that, with global temperatures and so on and so on, and I was looking at that, I'm trying not to look at it actually, and that had a huge effect on me, obviously.
So when does the kind of earliest song on the Eraser date from?
You could argue that the earliest song on the Eraser is the first song on the Eraser, and I mean the piano part in that, the crunchy sort of chords, was me secretly taping. Well, was it secret or not? I don't know if he remembers me actually putting the dictaphone on top of the piano while he did it. He said, "I've got these chords, I don't know what to do with them."
Does Johnny?
Yeah. He says, well, I mean, he had kind of an idea what to do with them, but I chose to do something completely different with them and not tell him, not own up for about a year. I was like, oh, Johnny, those chords.
Should we talk about some of the individual songs now, maybe?
If you want.
Put them on. Let's continue the environmental thing. What's maybe the most explicit song to your mind about those concerns?
I would say The Clock.
The Clock?
Actually.
Okay.
Which is the third one.
Yeah, time is running out for us. Coins in the wishing well. You make believe you're still in charge.
Yes. I mean, it's like it's sort of a disco tune, but I can't really actually hear what I'm saying. I mean, that was born out of the anger of watching, you know, heads of state around the globe saying,
yes, we really must do something about this.
Meanwhile,
Here are the latest growth figures.
and no one actually grappling with the wider questions. Everyone just sort of shuffling little bits of paper around on the table going,
Yeah, we really need to do something about this.
just change the time and no one will know it's happening. The most frightening thing I find about what's going on at the moment is that no one is really engaging with the fact that we can't have endless growth. We can't endlessly consume as human beings. This is no longer like, you know, smelly hippies talking. Anybody who's got time to think about it should be thinking to themselves, well, hang on a minute, there's something fundamentally flawed in the way that we're proceeding. Most of us are still labouring under the illusion this is all going to happen in a couple of 100 years, and it's not. We're talking about 50 years. The most sort of fundamental bit of that tune for me is the idea of a million engines in neutral. You know, if you sit in a Tokyo traffic jam, you can't help thinking that perhaps this isn't the best way to proceed. You know, and it was I mean, it was written, the initial musical ideas were written in a sleepless night in New York, where it absolutely chucked down rain, you know, the size of tennis balls all night long, and just listening to that sound all night long with my laptop and not being able to sleep, but sort of it came from really.
Atoms for Peace. I love that song, and I like the line, I want to eat your artichoke heart. Can you tell us where that song and that image came from?
That was like one of those 10-minute written in a hurry things that just sort of came out really.